Morning Hustle Show. L'Oreal, Lola Brooke in the mother building. Okay, we're not supposed to be cursing.
Oh, we can't.
No, we can. Brooke girls in the building. Yeah, I love you, okay? And there's so many reasons why you are literally killing it right now. You just released your latest project, Dennis' Daughter.
Yes.
And you're a breath of fresh air right now, right? Because we have a lot of situations where people are saying the girls are not getting deep. They're not digging in their bag. They're not talking about their life experiences. And some people are saying, because nobody doesn't want to hear that. You know, they want to hear the twerking music. They want to hear the ratchet music or whatever, but you're not afraid to dive deep, even with the name of your project. You're letting it be known from the beginning. This isn't, I'm not playing around, right? So how is it for you going against the odds and putting out those kind of deep records? Do people kind of in your team or the label go to you like, listen, nah, this is not gonna, we're not going this direction, that doesn't really sell? Or do you have to fight for those kind of records?
I look at it like this. Well, the label, they signed me when I was just who I am today. So they never wanted to change me. So anything that I wanted to do, they just was like, yo, that's what we with, because this is what we signed up for. And that's the only way I could be organic. Like, I can't be any other artist because it's not going to be believable.
Right.
This is my story. This is believable because it's true. And that's the only way music, like, recites really well to the people, when they believe when the artist is actually like saying something
exactly what they are, because
what they are.
Right, you kicked that off. I feel like you really made that clear with the XXL freestyle, because a lot of people was expecting something and then you came with the story, right? So how many people when it comes to like young girls, because I know they're looking and watching you, did you have a lot of young girls reaching out to you?
Yeah, a lot of girls reach out to me when they feel that they could relate to my music when dealing with death in the family, family issues, because we all go through it, whether we think about it or not. When you really sit down at night and you think about your yesterday, you be like, God, like I made it through for today.
Yeah.
So
they said, do they write you their stories, their life stories?
Yeah, they be like, oh my God, my grandmom just passed. I felt you, and I'm a daddy's girl, so I understand where you coming from. So I'll be like, wow. And it's so crazy because I never even realized how deep my story was until looking back, because I just thought this was regular. I'm like, this is my life. This is normal. This is what people go through. I'm pretty sure everybody going through it, but not everybody goes through it. And when I finally understood that, I was like, okay, I think it's time to just tell my story.
So when you was dealing with those different things and issues when it came to family, but also doing music, was there ever a point where you felt like maybe I got to walk away from this to deal with the family stuff? Or was it more so like you just put all your stuff into the music side?
So honestly speaking, when it came down to a support system, I could like have a good grip with one hand how many times someone in my family actually supported me fully. Wow. So I've always came around my team Dolly, like Team 80, and then me and Team 80 went to Arista Dolly. Like, I've never had baggage. The only baggage I would have is probably like my mom or like my best friend or anything like that. But I wouldn't carry too much with me. So now that it's my time to like really flourish, I don't owe anybody anything.
But they pull up though.
Yeah, they pull up though, because I mean, I cherish the bond that we had, whether it was years ago or it never happened. Family is family. I cherish it, but you know, I still be true to myself and be like, look, listen, y'all was not here.
So you'll make it clear. Like, I remember when y'all wasn't supporting.
No, I don't even throw it in their face. I just let them know, like, yo, this is my career and I'm putting it first. Like, I don't even go deep down into it and say, oh, you wasn't here when I was going through this or that, because I never wore my pain on my sleeve, and I never asked for help. So I'm not gonna blame them because they probably didn't know, which they could have asked. Right. I was going through a lot. But I mean, it is what it is, and I'm gonna just move forward, and I don't play the blame game. Yeah. I chose my path.
Now they be like, can I get 4 tickets? You be like, you can get 1.
I'll be like, go to my mom's. I'll be like, go to my mom's. Like, I give my mom's my tickets. Yeah. Like, I probably look out for a few friends, and that's it. But my mom's control my side of the tickets. I'll be like, hey, Ma, this is how much tickets I got, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, so she can shut down whoever she wants to shut down. Yeah, she can shut down
whatever, whoever.
I love that. All right, so we all first heard you on the scene, right, from Don't Play With It.
Yeah.
Now, that song, when I first heard that song, I didn't even know that. We didn't know what was coming because we heard that strong, powerful voice.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you came out and you came running, I'm like, well, is this how with this big voice? So I know back in the day, it used to be like women rapping too hard or feminine wasn't attractive, right? That was like the main narrative.
Yes.
And I know you got that a lot.
I got that a lot.
I dealt with that as well.
But through my entire life, even if it's not music related, just me in general, how my lifestyle is and how I carry myself, it was always, oh, you're too aggressive and you're so rough. I'm like, I'm from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn.
Right at that.
Like, do you know who my mother is? Like, it's no game. There's no games being played out here. And it's the reason for me being this way, like the don't play with a girl, but I still have a side of me where I'm sweet and I'm jolly and I like to make people smile. But
so you feel like that's like a guard, like you got to have up anyways. Kind of.
Yeah, because I'm a lover's girl. Like, I love love, and I would, like, do anything to make people that I love happy. So, yeah, I do protect myself because sometimes I could give too much.
Yeah. I can relate to that. Yeah. Now, you say you love love, right?
Yeah, I do.
We saw you on TMZ.
Oh,
you was on TMZ, you was talking about Lori Harvey, and you said you wanted her to teach you the game. Her game.
I mean, on a night when I'm bored, yeah, I want to know what's going on. You know, because I don't know how she do it. Like, she's really the MVP. I ain't gonna hold you.
When it comes to your love life, your situations, how has like love been for you so far in life?
It's rough because my career doesn't allow me to love completely. Yeah. Love on somebody completely. And I'm okay with that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just situate myself first, and then I could go play in the playground with love. Yeah. But right now, I can't do it.
So you shut people down, or do you have situations you only let go so far?
Yeah. I don't lead people on, and I be very honest. Like, if I'm not available to give you exactly what you need, and I might want to give. Yeah. But the timing just might not be right, I will let it be known. And then we work around it. Like, I work around my career when it comes down to anything else.
But then where can you really go, right? Because everybody knows who Lola Brooke is
right
now.
Yeah, and then I'm private. So then I'm like, if I was to go out, I'll be wearing ski masks and stuff like that, like shiesty mask and all that.
Do you?
Yeah, but now I'm like, that's just, I just need to just focus on my career, and when the time come, I could go out the country and enjoy myself for real.
Yeah. So it doesn't get a little bit lonely, because I feel like everybody like to have a little bit of something going on there.
Of course it's lonely. I feel like you should tap in with somebody, here and there, though, because it's very important. You know, you got to feed your heart. So I'm not against that. Like, you could feed your heart in many different ways, but it can't be like a full-time job at the moment.
So they can see other people if you're...
And I ain't with that. You just gonna, you got to hold it down. I'm going to hold it down, though. This is work. Like, if I'm your lady and I'm telling you, like, yo, look, listen, I want this for us, but right now I have to go out and make something of myself. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. I feel like a man should respect that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and I'm going to get back to you because I'm not into entertaining a lot of men. Like, that's not really my bop. So you ain't got to worry about that. I'm out working for real.
So do they listen and think that you're really not talking to nobody else?
Yeah, because I keep it a buck. Like, I let it be known. Like, I be as real as I can. And especially if I'm not in a relationship, I keep it a buck.
What?
Nothing.
No, go ahead. Say it. You say you keep it a buck.
I keep it a buck. And if I'm not in a relationship, I'm keeping it a buck for sure. Like, I don't have a reason to lie to you. Like, you know? And I don't like hurting people. Because it come back.
Have you hurt somebody before?
I might have hurt people before, but not on purpose. My intentions wasn't to hurt them, but I fixed it. Like, I caught myself, and I told myself that I was wrong for it. But now I try not to even double back and say I was wrong. I just try not to be wrong.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yeah.
So I asked you this on the carpet the other day. There was that clip that was circulating, and it was, it looked just like you. I don't know if it's you or not, hanging off the side of a car, right? and there was a man, looked like a man driving the car, and it was like, I'm not letting go. Was that you on the side of that car?
I don't know. I don't know who that lady is.
You don't know who that lady is, so it's not you. So everybody really thought you went through a situation and you was arguing with your man, and you was like, I'm not letting off.
See, all right, look. So I talked to the girl, and she told me that it had nothing to do with a guy. That was her brother. They was arguing about food. They was getting the cars inspected or whatever the case may be, and she was hungry, and they just got into it. Like, they was just siblings fighting.
Right.
And it just played out like that. That's what she told me.
So she reached out to you?
Yeah, because I was looking for her. Because everybody keeps saying, oh, that's you, that's you. So I'm getting upset like, yo, girl, you need to at least come to me. I ain't gonna tell nobody where you at.
But why didn't she come out and speak up for you publicly?
Because, I don't know, I guess she embarrassed.
I promise you, everybody and their mama thought that was you. Yeah. I think that happened to Nikki before. She had an old video that was circulating where people were saying it was her and she was like dating Remy Ma. Did you see that?
No, that was a thing.
You know, it's old. And it's like she kind of is dressed like a dude a little bit. And they kept saying, like, it's Nicki Minaj before she got money. And she said numerous times. I mean, the girl sounds just like Nicki. And
did she look like her?
A little bit.
Maybe I did see it, but didn't.
It's old. It's pretty old. But I feel like it's the same thing that it gave with you.
And she was like, that's not me.
It said it numerous times, and people was like, yes, it is. Like, there was no, like, saying no.
Well, I mean, listen, I feel her, even if it was. It's like, mind your business.
You gotta bring her in your video and say she's supposed to come forward and say something about something.
I'm gonna bring her in the video. I'm definitely gonna bring her in the video one day so she can like clear it up.
That would be hilarious. All right, so speaking of videos, you got a song with Lola Brooke, right?
Yes.
A video. That video is so dope. You switched your look up a little bit in there too. I noticed that you do that pretty. I like that.
Yeah, here and there.
Versatile.
Yeah, here and there I would do it, but I like a clean, sleek, natural look for the most part.
Yeah.
But I'm a character as well, so I like to tap into different things and just have fun.
Okay, so it's called Don't Get Me Started.
Yes.
And the first thing Coyle Ray did on the song is start. She definitely started.
What'd she do?
So she said, don't mention my name in raps. And we know that her and Lotto was going back and forth with the whole mention of her name.
Yeah.
But which was funny because then Coyle Ray mentions your name in the middle of
Oh, man. Yeah, face like Lola.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So, okay, when it comes to things like that, you have other artists featured on your track. You're cool with other artists. You're staying out of the situation. But they diss each other on your record, right? What do you have a conversation about that with your team, or do you just say, hey, that has nothing to do with me?
That ain't got nothing to do with me because I look at it like this. Like, I think it's unfair that Thug is in court right now and they're using his lyrics against him. He's an artist to express himself. So who am I to tell these young artists that's on my song to not express themselves?
Yeah.
Because me and Lotto do something together. I'm not telling her to stop doing what she got going on. However she feel like she want to express herself. That's what she want to do.
Yeah.
So, and because I don't want nobody telling me what not to do neither.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be like doubling back on what I'm saying because I stand strong on Thug being like on Front Street about his lyrics. So,
but what if he did what he said he did in the song?
If it's no proof, then I mean.
What if the proof is the song?
Well, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an alibi. Like, I don't know.
Right. But typically, you're not really going to tell on yourself in your records anyway.
No, everybody, listen, people, I feel like music is to express yourself and for other people's as well. So you're just trying to be relatable. And even if you don't have nothing relatable to talk about, you have someone you know that does. So it's just like, it's like a freelance. Like, everybody do what they do. And I stay out of it, like, because then if I'm too invested in it, then that means I play a part.
Yeah.
So I just mind my business.
But what if an artist, say, has a feature on somebody else's song and they diss you? Now they're performing it, whatever the case. Would you look at both of them like, yo, why didn't you tell me? And say you're cool with them. It wouldn't. You think that they should stay out of it?
I ain't tripping.
I feel like because it gets very funny when it comes to things like that.
It's
We've seen
music,
people
though,
get involved.
So it's like music is not the streets. Like it's like it's not the same thing. So, and I've been around situations in the streets where it's like beef is beef.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not gonna get mad because somebody, people be cool. You know what people be calling me? A dolphin, all types of stuff. Like, people bully me all day. Like, I ain't tripping about words. As long as nobody don't put their hands on me, I'm straight.
Yeah. But, like, that's kind of disrespectful, obviously. They writing this to you on your Instagram or your socials and stuff like that?
It'd be like little social thing.
I don't see that. I promise you I don't see that.
They always talk about my height, but I love my height so much that it doesn't bother me. So it's like, whatever you want to say to me, it's not really bothering me for sure. Like, I'm straight. Like, I joke with myself. I'm from New York City.
Yeah. But are you, are you legally... what is it? A small person?
I don't know because no, for real. Because when I was in high school, they told me that I could get a scholarship, but they said if I was 4'6".
So how tall are you?
I'm 4'10".
Okay.
I'm 4'9.5", but I'm 4'10".
I think Jermaine Dupri is actually the same height as you, so you're good.
Not.
Yes, he is.
He's like, what? Wait, for real? He like what? He got to be like 4'11".
I think it's given 4'10". Like,
really?
You've never met him?
I've never even thought, little people. Like,
little people.
I don't even.
I feel like all little people should meet.
Yeah, but I don't even think about. I don't know. Height don't be on my mind. Everybody's tall to me. So even if somebody like 2 inches taller than me but they short, I still feel like, oh, you mad tall.
I do feel like when you get on these records, you get real competitive. I could tell the difference between it being you yourself, but you go hard already. Yeah. But then when a French Montana comes on the record, you chewed French up. And I love French. I love French with you. You chewed them up. So do you approach the songs differently? Like when you know another artist is going to be, do you be like, oh yeah, I'm about to kill him on this one?
The thing is, when I make music, I try to go so hard on the first verse so that when somebody's willing to get on the second, I don't have to really... maneuver it around. Like, I'm like, yo, look, listen, I'm gonna go hard as if I'm trying to beat my second verse.
Yeah.
Because then my second verse got to beat my first verse. Like, I be in competition with myself for sure, though.
Off top, you're like, all right, I'm battling my two verses.
I'm like, the last song you did last night, you gotta top that.
Yeah, because I heard that. I was like, woo! She wasn't playing with French on this one. I see what you did.
I was just trying to have fun, and I know, like, in the clubs, when I'm smacked, I want to listen to music where it's not too much to remember.
Yeah,
because we start flirting on our words. We don't really know the words like that.
I barely know the words to have anything.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, just make something where it's just a vibe, but still go crazy.
Right. So I would say that on Don't Play With It Too. I would say, like, when you came in on that first verse, you went crazy. And we know Billy B was also on the record. Y'all had, like, a little situation, but pieced it up since then, right? No?
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not sure if it's cleared up or 100%, but it is what it is.
But the problem is just that that was your record, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was, like, said that was her record.
No, I did that record in the studio and I sent it out.
Okay.
For her to get on.
And were y'all friends before? Because I'm not familiar with her as an artist before this song.
We connect with each other from music, so it's like a music relationship type thing. Yeah. So I did the record. After I was done, I was like, yo, I feel like I hear somebody else on it. And then that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to send it to somebody like that's from Brooklyn and son. I'm going to like keep it in.
Yeah, keep it in
I'm going to gatekeep it in for New York City. So then I sent it to her and she sent a verse back.
So ideally, what would be like, because right now it's just no communication. Y'all was cool before and now.
Yes,
So it's just, that's it. It's just dumb.
It's just, it is what it is. It's like, it's not really much to speak on because.
Yeah. Is there any other relationships that you feel like once you got started blowing up and your name got out there more and more that kind of dissolved away?
Like with relationships with other artists?
Yeah,
or
artists,
just in general?
Or in general.
I don't even, honestly speaking, I don't even think of it that deep because like I said, I don't bring a lot of baggage with me.
Yeah.
Like, the first time I met Team 80 in the studio, I was with my best friend. I didn't bring too much, and then it just stayed like that, or I was by myself. My mom, call it a day. So I don't really have so much relationships that's going to keep me stagnant off of emotions.
Yeah.
You know? I keep my baggage really light, but nah.
And what about new friendships?
That was just the only situation that I had to deal with, honestly.
And that was obviously early on, so
it was early on, right?
Yeah.
So
you like, I don't want to come in this with drama.
Yeah, so that's and that's another reason why like I'm just about work and I don't do too much, and I try to stay to myself and bond with people whenever I could, because
I kind of like how you handled that situation, because you could have kind of like it seemed like it was a lot of fuel being thrown in that fire, and you kind of just like kept it real positive.
Yeah, I kept it positive because it was a miscommunication and it could have went a different way, but it didn't. Mm-hmm. And I'm grown, so I took it for what it was, and I just kept it pushing.
I feel like we seen that happen with Jeezy and Gucci with the So Icy record, when the business wasn't really right on that side.
But see, business was always straight, though.
The business was good.
Like, before the song popped, business was straight.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, everybody was taken care of, like, respectfully.
Yeah. Okay. Say no more. So then right after that, you went on tour?
Yes.
That was your first tour? Or you had done that before?
That was my first tour ever.
So how does it go? Because we see some of these new artists, and I hope we can agree on this. Their performance is trash. Am I lying?
The artist development is not the same as it used to be back then. That's what's missing now, artist development. And I went through artist development, so that's why this is my first project that I put out.
So how did that work out? What was your process for artist development? Who reached in? Because I know you work with Sav. Shout out my boy Sav, because he called me about you early on. What was the process for you?
I linked up with Team 80, my mentor, and we just was trying things, figuring out what can work. And I came to them one day with a song. I had options, and I was like, this is me.
Yeah.
And they was like, you know what? We just going to build around this energy right here. So I just was constantly in the studio. It's videos that I've done and I've never released. Like, I probably got like I got a lot of music videos that I never even released. Like, yeah, it's like you invest in yourself as an artist when you're going through artist development, and you might lose out on some money, but it's worth it, because now I'm so proud of what the project that I came out with now.
Yeah,
like, I can stand on it and be like, I gave it my all, because I already went through the dummy tests and didn't put it out.
And how were you able to fund because that's not cheap. Like, first of all, being a female in the game, your hair, your makeup, you got to be on point.
But see, with me back then, I probably had like 1 or 2 wigs, and I would just switch it out, keep washing it, and
So you did your own. You knew how to do your own.
I would do my own makeup, own hair, and sometimes I tap into my makeup artist or my best friend to do my hair when I feel like, I really need it done. But my best friend is a hairstylist, so I knew little things to do,
Me too.
So it's like little things you just know to do to maintain yourself as a female. So yeah, but shout out to 80, because he that's who really was losing out on them L's, though. It wasn't
so
L's.
He was the one putting the money up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they L's, though, because even when we talk today, he'd be like, yo, you know what? Everything was worth it. Even if he felt like he lost out on something or I did, it was worth it, especially speaking on for today.
Right.
Yeah.
So what about Reefa? Because I see Reefa produced a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, Reefa.
I worked with Reefa when I was younger. Fab. Everybody has worked with Reefa. If you from Brooklyn, you know Reefa.
Reefa music. All right, so I met Reefa in like 2017, and then from there, like, that's like my brother. So I randomly call him, and I'd be like, yo, I need a pack.
Yeah,
like,
which is almost impossible to get from him. So the fact that he gives them up like it's nothing. I done had to run down on Reefa a time or two.
Yo, people always say that to me, and I be like, what you had to do?
I stole a record from Reefa before.
No. You had to go through that?
I took it from Red Cafe. And I stole it. Yeah, I had to go through that. He was stingy with the beats when he was when he first started being lit. He was stingy with them beats.
No, I know how to catch him. Like, I'll pull up on him. I know where he live at. Like, I know how to catch him.
Yeah, these producers, man, you gotta.
Like, you gotta be firm. But Reefa good peoples though. Reefa just crazy.
So production wise, who, now that you have your project out, right? A lot of more people are hearing the versatility you have.
Yeah.
Who do you want to gain the ear of to work with production wise?
For real.
I could see that.
Yeah, because I feel like his production is just always unpredictable. And I hate being predictable. That's why I even put this project out like this. Like, I just don't like to be predictable. And he's the GOAT, and I'm pretty sure he could teach me things. Like, my thing is I take what's old and make it what's mine, you know? So I know he an OG in the game, and I could learn from him, but I'm always going to, like, modern day it. So, yeah.
And yeah, ad-lib is one of the hottest. I feel like that's how you know the person is gonna really be a star and be a staple in hip hop is when you got that one dope ass ad lib and then you take it from there.
And then you take it from there. And I always said to myself, like, I stood firm on it because French Montana was like, and I'm like, I need something where I say on the track and they like, oh, Lola must be on the second verse.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for it and I couldn't find it, and then I just stopped looking for it and just started making music, and it came out on Don't Play With It.
So did you notice that people were saying it and you like, this is it? Or was it more so like you listened to it and was like, I found it, I got it?
When I did it, I was like, that's it. And I was going back to my team.
Really?
Like, yo, I was going to 80 like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm about to copyright this ad-lib. It's going to go crazy. Like, this going to be my movement. And he was like, what, Lo? I'm like, I'm telling you. At first, he was like, what, Lo? But he always, like, if I strongly believe in something, he gonna go with it.
Right.
He like, you too passionate about it. Like, it must be something. So we gonna work on it. And then now we talk about it today, and he be like, yo, you crazy, man. You did say it. I'm like, I'm just happy like you was just like by my side with it though.
We see other artists like, even if I think of kind of like Casanova that had the damn, well, I can't think of it right now.
What
boom, 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 boom. How it go?
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. There it go. So now I hear certain rappers low-key using it, and then they'll throw it and try to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, but... okay, yeah.
You get what I'm
like,
saying? I heard a few
bow.
people.
Oh, that's Bobby.
Yeah. It'd be
bow,
something.
Like, they be saying that, I thought... They be asking me to do the Gator call, and I thought it was the and they like, no, the other one. I'm like,
what's that?
They like... I'm like,
oh nah, that that thing.
I don't be saying. No, it's like a. Grrr.
You do, yeah, you do that, the little purr.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm like, what?
You got to
like,
coin that one too, though, because you need a.
Jeezy
like,
had a couple. That's the Gator call. I thought it was
What's it called? What?
The Gator call. They was like, do the Gator call. I was like, mad hype. Like, they like, not that one, the other one. I'm like, what other one?
All right, so dealing with family in this, right? Speaking of your dad, speaking of Dennis, right?
Yeah.
So what did you? I'm sorry, because I felt your whole mood.
Oh, I just spaced out on a low.
Yeah,
oh, no, I'm straight though. I'm straight. I promise.
But how does that affect you? How does that affect your career? How does that affect your everyday living when you think about what you went through with your father?
It put me in a frenzy for sure. Like, I be in deep thought a lot, but I just use it for inspiration, and it just motivate me to keep going, because I remember when he was alive, he would be like, yo, people come up to me and say that you rapping, you nice too. I'm like, word? They tripping, Dad. Like, they tripping. Like, I'm all right. He like, nah, I heard it. You good. But we never, like, tapped in on it, like, for real. I would always brush it off when he had tried to talk about it. So now I'm like, you gonna see it happen now. Like, I'm gonna give it, like, straight to you. And I'm gonna say your name out loud so you know I'm calling you to come down to sleep.
Yeah. And that's the purpose of you naming the album Dennis' Daughter.
Yeah, the purpose of me naming the album Dennis' Daughter is... I used to hang out with my father when I was younger, and anytime people would see us together, they would always call me Little D, or they'd be like, oh, that's D daughter, Dennis' daughter. So I used to love the nickname. Like, I'm a nickname girl. I love nicknames. That's why I got so many. But now I'm like, I would never be able to relive that moment, because the only time they called me that was when they seen me with him. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want people to just know me as Lola Brooke. I'm Dennis' daughter. So now the word, like, so when I came in here messing with y'all, and like, what up, Dennis' daughter? And it just make me feel so good, because I feel like he like right there. Yeah.
It's like paying your respect.
Yes, it's like keeping his name alive. So.
And so, what was he like though? Because you said, because everybody obviously knew his name, right?
Yeah.
So what was like? What stood out a lot about him?
He was very charming, crazy. I wouldn't say he was mean, but he wasn't taking no bullshit. Like, he was on timing. And he was a very loving person. My father always told me that he loved me. Like, if he ain't never do anything for me in life, he always told me, like, I love you. He will always say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ever get in the studio with an artist and get intimidated?
Never. Nah.
Not one.
For sure not.
Who you think would kind of like make you feel a little bit nervous?
Jay-Z.
That's what I would think too.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
So would you want to do a record with him?
For sure. I mean, I get it together and suck it up, but I ain't gonna cry. I'm be like,
It take you long to write verses? You write on
I thought it did. I thought it took me long, but people tell me that I don't take long. It take me like 30 minutes.
No, that's not long at all.
Or an hour.
But you write though. You don't just go off the top of your head.
Sometimes I write just because that's how I keep my pen sharp and that's how you strategize. But when I'm in studio, so I write at home. And then when I'm at studio, I'll write a little bit, and then I'll put my phone away, and I have the energy to just go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have a lot of, like, lines and bars in my phone that I don't use. It's just warm-ups.
Like, you'll just write them down?
Like, I just write them down, so when I get to studio, it'll give me energy to say something different.
How do you stay so focused when you have some of the girls that's going to go out there and they're going to be out, they're going to be partying, they running around with this one, that one, that one. I feel like you're real focused. You about your work, you about your business.
Yeah.
Is it difficult or are you like a partier?
I'm a homebody. So I remember when I was 16, I was like, I can't get a job yet. So when I turned 18, the first thing I did was go get a job because I was like, I need to make some money. Like, I ain't want to ask my moms for no money or anything. I always wanted to be independent as much as I could because my moms was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything just worked to me. The thing about me, when I do go out, it's hard to tell that I didn't want to come outside.
For real?
I be having a time and I be turning up, but I don't like going outside.
So how long, like, when's the last time you went out?
I was at Harbor in New York City. What today is? Monday?
Oh, so you was just outside. You was just outside.
I was just outside, but I was just but I was kind of drained because I was thinking about work. It's so weird. I'm like, damn, I can't even have.
So you straight tunnel vision right now.
Yeah, yo, it took me so long to get here. It's like, I'm not playing with God right now.
Yeah.
He gave me a chance. He blessed me. So I'm going to give it my all. Yeah. As much as I got, I'm going to give it my all. So that I could find, because when it's time for me to take my vacations and not do nothing.
Yeah. What you looking at?
I want to be able to get a new phone and only like 5 people get it, and I turn all the other phones off. And I know ain't nothing going to go on.
You're going to take a dope vacation.
But I'm out.
Yeah. You already know where you're going though?
Probably like Turks or
that's cute.
Bali, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cute.
Something, you know.
So you got everything set up. What's next for you besides music? Because I know you're not just sticking in the music space. You got a personality that shines. So what you gonna do with it?
The big screen for sure.
I figured.
I did East New York on CBS, and I had so much fun. Like,
you did. How long? So what was the process of that? How long were you filming?
12 hours, girl.
For real?
And it was my birthday.
What?
And I still had fun. I was enjoying. I was like, listen, it's your birthday, and
That's
you at like a good gig.
Yeah.
Like, you making some money on your birthday, and you all about to be on TV.
I like it.
I was excited, but I was like, oh, I just hope that I don't like this more than music though, because I was really falling in love with it. But now music is doing me.
But we see that happen a lot because a lot of people switch over and they don't come back. Yeah, they like, that's enough with the music. I'm gonna be over here because you make a lot of money on that the TV and movie side of things.
Will Smith did it.
We ain't heard of
Queen Latifah.
Come on now.
So
you was like, but you liked it a lot.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, I love being on set, and like, you know, some people be annoyed with it, but I was like, y'all need me. No, not yet. Okay.
Was you running around the set getting to know people? Because that's how you really going to get your next gig,
right?
I
was running. You know, I was running around making sure everybody was feeling good and all that because I was feeling great.
All right. And what about feature-wise? You talked about producers. Pharrell, you talked about Jay-Z, right? Is there anybody else that you're aiming for that hasn't responded?
I wouldn't say anybody that I ever wanted to work with, they with it.
They reached out.
Yeah,
they reached back out.
They be with it. It's just the timing just be bad. Like, I was supposed to get in the studio with Future so many times, but every time when it's time for me to get in the studio with him, it's like I gotta leave out. Like he'd be stationed somewhere, and then I gotta leave out to go do. Time
something
just be
else.
Yeah, or he just left. I be like, he just left. It's always something.
But that's on the radar.
Yeah, for sure.
Future,
yeah.
I can hear that too.
Yeah, I feel like Future gave me one of my biggest moments in my own hometown, so it's like that was like special for me.
So you feel like that was the biggest thing you coming out with?
At the Barclays? Yeah. I was like, that was a moment that I could actually remember, because most of my moments I can't really remember. But that one right there, I felt it and I still remember it. I remember how I felt and everything.
All right, well, before I let you go, I want you to leave us with like one of the craziest stories that's happened to you on the road, or maybe when you pulled up to a show, performance, something that might have happened with a fan or something like that.
I was at a hosting in Rhode Island, and my fans was chasing me down the highway.
You ran or driving?
Driving.
Oh, down the highway.
They
ran down the highway.
They was sprinting in a car.
No.
Yeah, but it's so crazy because it was girls dashing though.
Like following behind?
Following behind and past me, and we digging. We getting up out of there.
What?
Like, after the hostess, you gotta go.
Yeah.
We digging. I said, nah, these girls definitely drank Henny straight because
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I was like, matter of fact, catch up to them.
So then you start chasing them.
And then I started chasing them because that was like real love, and I wanted to let them know like it was mutual.
So you spoke to them and everything.
Yeah, I was like, what up?
That's fire. That's fire. Well, you're going to see way more fans chasing you, I'm sure. You got any other tours on the horizon?
Yes. Dennis' daughter is going on tour, y'all. I don't got the dates, though. But she's definitely going on tour.
You don't know when it's going to start?
Man, who knows when it's going to start? But definitely going on tour, though, for sure.
Where you want to hit? What's your favorite city?
I got to come to Atlanta.
Hey.
I love it out here in Atlanta. And I got a big following in Florida as well. And I love Chicago, for sure. So, yeah. Oh, North Carolina, South Carolina?
Yes.
Love them.
We on there, too.
Yeah.
So, they're going to pull up for sure. Dennis' daughter is out right now. It's fire, start to finish.
Yes.
A lot of people have been saying it's no skips. And
oh
I can co-sign that. No skips. No skips. You got stories on there.
Yeah.
You got party records on there.
Yes.
You got street records on there.
Yeah.
You got everything.
A bit of everything. That's the party mix.
The only thing we ain't hear you do is sing. I ain't hear you sing, did I? Did we hear you sing?
Well, I did. Whatever Lola wants.
Oh, you did. That should be the name of the next project.
Oh, whatever Lola wants. Because Lola finally got it, y'all.
I know that's right. Morning Hustle Show, Lola Brooke. Congratulations on your project being out. Buy that thing. Don't stream it. Buy it.
No, don't be stingy. Give it to your friends, your family. Share it, please.
All that.
We are the Morning Hustle.